Atma Namaste, guys. Atma Namaste. Christian Arlong, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a big and beautiful Tuesday afternoon, evening, Wednesday morning. I'm not quite sure when you're connecting to this or where you're connecting to this from. And for some strange reason, I had the song Dreamweaver stuck in my head. Does anyone remember that song from I think it was the early 80s, Dreamweaver? Leanne is on. Leanne, I think you should get a record, like get a prize or a trophy. Ada, Atma Namaste for coming on first. That should be like a new thing. Whoever comes on first gets like 50% off their next healing or something like that. That's brilliant. Didn't even think about that. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're full of light, love, and power, but not too full of light, love, and power, which kind of blends into our conversation for this evening. So, oh, that's good. So somebody wants to do their birthday blessing. Cool. So there's a service I put out to people that are having their birthdays. It's called Birthday Healing, Birthday Blessing. So they pay for a full pranic healing session, and in that session, they actually get a blessing for their birthday, which, funny enough, Amy, Atma Namaste, today is Leanne's birthday, everyone. Yay! So before we go into today's topic, let's everybody sing to Leanne. Now, Leanne's in Australia, super far away. At least from Denver, it's super far away. If you're in Australia, it's not super far away. So let's all collectively sing happy birthday to Leanne, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leanne. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Woo! Well, I can say in 300 hours of doing live streams, I've never once sang happy birthday to anybody. So, Leanne, rock on, girl. I love it. So, I hope you did something fun. Sorry, guys, I keep having messages coming up on my phone while I'm trying to do some business of spreading light, love, and power. 3 people singing here, happy birthday. Yeah! Amy's getting after it. I love it. Who else is sharing? Someone else is sharing. Nicholas, Atma Namaste, welcome, welcome, welcome. Which I just actually forgot something. I'll have to do that next time. Okay, so in the world of energy medicine and energy healing, there's this philosophy, there's this belief that the more energy, the better. The more energy, the better, okay? And why this is not always the case is it takes time for your body, not only your physical body, but your energy body to assimilate high vibrational energies, right? Because what is the energy body made up of? It's made up of the outer aura, the inner aura, which follows the contours of the physical body. Then it's made of the meridians or energy channels located throughout the body. Hey, Kimberly, Atma Namaste. And then it also has the chakras, right? So you have the outer aura, the inner aura, the meridians, and the chakras or energy centers located all over the bodies. Now, those take time to assimilate the energy. It's kind of like if you had a big plate of food. Hey, Zach, long time, son. Atma Namaste. If you had a big plate of food and your physical body can only eat half of that plate of food, what would happen if you forced yourself to consume the other half of the plate of food or another plate of food entirely? You probably get sick, you get a bellyache, you might even puke up and barf up what it is that you ate because your physical body can only take so much physical food. So the energy body can only take so much spiritual food or spiritual energy. And it's interesting because we can have very, very high level meditation experiences, right? We can sit down, we be aware of the heart, we be aware of the crown, we pull down a tremendous amount of energy from the higher self, from our teacher, from the great ones, and from God, right? And we're like, wow, whoa, and we start like moving like this. Have you ever noticed if you start meditating, you kind of move like this? Maybe your head kind of turns a little bit like clockwise. You're going like this, right? You're like bobbing up and down, bobbing up and down, bobbing up and down, versus just sitting still in the meditation. So do you know why that is? Hey Heather, Atma Namaste, do you know why that is? It means the downpour of spiritual energy is so intense that it's overwhelming your physical body. That's why your physical body is moving. There's so much energy coming down. Now, what do we typically recommend in pranic healing if that's the case? We say exercise more before you meditate and exercise more after you meditate. Because whenever we're moving our physical bodies, right? So you guys see me moving my hand. So as I'm moving my hand, closing it, opening it, closing it, opening it, closing it, opening it, the chakra in the center of my hand, the palm chakra, is absorbing prana. So if I just held my hand here and I projected energy from this finger into my hand, and I just kept projecting, 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 projecting. Hey Shannon, Atma Namaste, projecting, projecting, projecting. Eventually, my palm chakra is going to be full. It's going to be congested with extra prana or extra energy, so the little chakra is overwhelmed. It can't assimilate or absorb the energy, so it just sits there, stagnant. But if I move my hand, over time it starts to use it, and suck in the energy. So if you have a tendency that when you meditate, you fall asleep, or you meditate and your body is going like this, it's one sign that your spiritual energy, your energy body is generating more prana than your physical body can handle. So exercise more before meditation, exercise more after meditation. That's one of the reasons why many of the great saints, the great Catholic saints, died at a very young age, in their mid-30s, because their higher selves as the saint was downpouring so much divine energy, which is very high vibrational and very subtle and very refined, pouring down so much divine energy that their physical bodies could not handle it. So I'll give you an example. I was working on a client today, sitting down, palms open, legs open, and he was receiving a pranic healing session. And it was for kidney stones. I know, sounds kind of weird and bizarre, like, wait a minute, you can use energy healing to help with kidney stones, but kidney stones is a physical ailment. How is that possible? Hey Rose, Atma Namaste. It is possible. Everything happens first in the energy body before it ever materializes physically. So our expertise in pranic healing is the energy body, the energy world. So we go into the energy body, we clean it up, we energize it a little bit, the body assimilates the new fresh prana, the new fresh energy, and then the body heals itself faster, right? So as we were doing the healing session, do you think there's a little bit of energy coming down or a lot of energy coming down? If you were to sit in this healing space with all the sacred artifacts in this place that have been blessed and consecrated by my teacher or other masters in pranic healing, this place is like a miniature church or a miniature ashram. So you walk in and you feel this sense of holiness. That's a downpour of energy that's bright, 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 bright light, bright energy, if you can look at it clairvoyantly. So you would think a full-grown adult man who has no real major health issues could sit with his eyes closed for 35, 40 minutes getting a healing session without falling asleep. Well, guess what? Arita, Atma Namaste. Guess what? Every few minutes, right? Because his physical body was congested, so we cleaned out the etheric physical body, and all that downpour of energy was too much for his energy body and too much for his physical body. So almost every energy healing modality that I'm aware of deals with energizing versus cleansing. Energizing versus cleansing. So why is that a big deal? Well, look at it this way. Let's say in my throat area, I have a sore throat, right? a flu, a cold, whatever, sore throat. So if you look at the area energetically, it's kind of darkish, reddish energy, like itchy, right? So if I was doing an energy healing modality where I focused 100% energizing, so I energize, I project prana into the throat, like this is somebody else's hand, projects energy into the throat, and push and keeps energizing, what most likely is going to happen? That congested energy is now going to go deeper into the chakra, deeper into the throat area, and possibly spread down to the heart or spread up towards the head, maybe even giving a headache. So what you're doing by energizing is you're pushing fresh energy from the hand, and you're pushing dirty energy and moving it all over. So pranic healing has a different approach to that. Instead of energizing, what we do is we clean the area super thoroughly. Then all we do is have to energize just a little bit. And then the person's energy body, in this case the throat chakra, will rapidly absorb the fresh prana and heal itself faster, and then the throat chakra corresponds to the larynx, to the lymphatic system, etc. Does that make sense? So that's why cleansing is super important. What's up, Howard? Atma Namaste. How are you? So I've noticed when I first got involved in pranic healing 13 years ago, I was trained in Reiki level 1 and Reiki level 2, and I was always fascinated with how much energy can I give somebody. Like, I want to blast them with energy because that's the cool part. There's nothing cool about removing congestion. That's kind of laborious and boring, and it's not super exciting. But just cleansing somebody properly of disease, congestive, stress energy, they can heal like that. Just cleaning congestion, not energizing. So I had a client, this was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, as an experiment. I don't do this regularly, but I wanted to demonstrate something to her of how much you don't need to energize somebody for a healing purpose. So the navel chakra deals with the small and large intestines, right where your belly button is. It deals with the small and large intestines. So as an experiment, I wanted to demonstrate to her that if I give you too much energy, this is what it's going to feel like. And she goes, okay. So I cleaned the chakra thoroughly, and then I energized it for about 30 seconds. Energized the navel chakra for about 30 seconds. And before it hit the 30-second mark, she was getting nauseous and she was asking me, what are you doing? I'm feeling sick to my stomach. Because I was over-activating and over-energizing the navel chakra. So just because you can give energy, which most of us can, doesn't mean you necessarily should give energy. In some cases, people need extra prana. If the person has chronic fatigue syndrome, if the person is exhausted, if the person has a severe physical ailment like a broken leg or a broken arm or back problems, right? Sorry guys, more texts coming in of people needing healing. Ta-da, we all need healing. Even the healer needs healing, right? So those are the times and the cases that people need extra energy. Think about it. If I have a little cut on my hand, I'm only going to need a certain amount of prana, not much, to help heal that area faster. But let's say I have a huge gouge through my hand, like it goes down and then into my hand. Would I need more prana to heal that? Yes, but even then, your energy body and your physical body can only absorb prana so quickly. So my encouragement to my fellow pranic healers, arhatic yogis, energy healers, spiritual practitioners is to spend more time cleansing an area than energizing the area. Follow the protocols that we've been taught by Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui in the 20 different books that he wrote, but that will help you. So, if what questions, comments do you guys have about tonight's topic? What's up, Ada, for the big fat thumb? What questions do you guys have about today's topic about energy? Energy.